Hello, all you inquisitive podcasters. Just want to get involved in Ferrite today, the app we've been using to record interviews. Lots of you have done practice with this already, but of course the Ferrite app looks a little bit like this. I'm going to see if it'll turn perfect. So Ferrite is what we've been using already. Math project.
Recording.
There you go. There's Tim's lovely math recording. So this is just a quick tutorial again, just in case you've forgotten. All right. First things first. It may come up to this screen here, and of course at the top here where your button is, you'll be able to record little bits of audio. I'll delete that one just for the moment. So Ferrite has an ability to record your questions first. You can record the whole interview first, whatever you'd like to do. When you're ready to record, click on the microphone and record. So now I am recording and I will ask a question. What is your favorite thing about Australia? Click stop. Perfect. So now you've got that recording in there. This left-hand side button is to edit it. So I'll just show you that one again. If you have a look across all of the new recording areas, you've got a square with a pen in it. That's your edit button. So it'll come up with this final mix. Of course, the mixer only has 3 tracks available to you. Any more, and unfortunately, the premium version will say, nope, you need to buy, and we don't want to buy, we just want to use our 3 tracks. And I think 3 tracks is fine. So once you're in the mix, you are able to do all sorts of things with your audio. For example, at the start of this, so now I am recording. I don't like the now I am recording bit. So what I'll do is I'll split this track by clicking on it and clicking again. Not a double click, just single clicks, split. And now what I've got is I've got 1 track here, I've got 1 track here. Now, it looks like it's not split where I wanted it to, but hopefully I'll just delete this little bit and we'll have another go. So now let's have a listen and see what we've got going on. You can just drag your tracks and have a play with it. May as well have a play, you guys. Recording. Oh yeah, it's still got that recording bit. So once again, I will just do a little split there. But if you really wanted to, you can actually drag it from the left-hand side and make it shorter anyway. So then I can start on the audio just there. So cropping the start means you've changed the start and the end. You can do that at the end as well. So now let's have a listen. And I will ask a question. Oh, I don't like that bit either. So I'm going to get rid of that bit. I'm going to drag that again. Question is where I got up to. Okay, hopefully this is what will sound like. What is perfect? So now my question is set. And this is where I'm showing you can do individual questions at any time, and you can add them in as we go. So now I've got my question. I'm going to put an answer in. So I'm going to go on the next track, and I'm going to ask import, and it's ready to record my answer. I really like the summer vibe and the social scene in Australia. Everyone seems to be very social. Great. So new recording 7 has come up, which means that's the one we've just done. And if you click on the top right, import, that'll import it back into the question. In fact, if you double click on it, I just double clicked on it and it will import it in for you. So let's have a listen to it. You can drag it on the track. So let's have a listen. About Australia. I really like the perfect. That's a little bit quick. So I might just drag that a little bit there. I just want to make it sound realistic. Australia. I really like the summer vibe. So you've got all the tools at your disposal there to make sure that it's a very well edited track. So take out anything you don't like. For example, the social scene in Australia. Everyone seems to be very social. If you don't like a little bit at the start, I really like the summer. I don't really like the summer vibe. The summer vibe. So what I'll do is I'll delete that little bit. So I'm going to vibe it. I'm going to click on the track and split. And I'm also going to split it just here as well. I'll find the in, but I'll split it just there as well. Perfect. So now I'm just going to take out those little bits by clicking off and clicking on this track, delete, clicking on this track and delete. And then hopefully this will sound okay. We will see. I really like the social scene in Australia. So you've got a little bit of a lag there, and I can definitely just work the angles a little bit. If you want to, you can zoom in just a little bit by doing your normal zoom in. And there we go. Let's take a little bit out, and hopefully that will sound delightful. I really like the social scene. So I've taken out summer vibe. The social scene is the only answer. If you've got ums and ahs and pauses that you don't like, you can do that to make it really clean and a beautiful edit. So this app is really, really great. And comprehensive, so you can do all sorts of effects. And I'm looking forward to, especially if you've got some time at home, to see some of those excellent edits and potentially a fantastic interview. Remember, you can do the interview all at once and then edit out little pauses and things you don't like, or you can do all the questions and then get the answers recorded at a later date. All right, I'm happy with what I've got here. So what I'm going to do is export. So I'm going to click on the arrow. I'm going to click on the folder in the bottom left corner with a tick, and it'll come up with a project. So now it's got a project where it says new recording 6. All of your audio that you've recorded will be below it, but the project is what you've actually been editing. So you can keep editing that if you want. Of course, with that project, you can also look for information about it. You can add details. I'm going to change the name, so when I export it, I know. I'm just going to call it Mr. Todd's interview, and done. So now it's saved as Mr. Todd's interview rather than new recording, so it's a project. And the final one you want to look at is this square with an arrow coming out. That's going to be your option to export. Now, what I'm going to recommend doing is export them to your files, and then hopefully what you'll be able to do is save that on my iPad. And you can save the audio there. Save. So now I've exported that, and hopefully when I go to my files, I've got my interview there. So there it is, top right. We can listen to it as an audio file. How did you get to? Perfect. So once your interview is ready, it should be saved in your audio files, ready to upload. The next video is where you're uploading it to, and I'll show you how. Good work, team.